Good morning. Welcome back to Bookeemonsters. My name is PK. It is Monday again. Monday, March the 3rd, 3/3/25. We're here to look at new releases that have been published in this week. And on Mondays, we look at cozy mysteries. Hope you had a good weekend. I finished a book. I finished The Sudbury Murders by Ashley Gardner, and I enjoyed it, and I'm going to continue with my historical mystery night and day, but I'm also kind of looking around for my next one. Quick announcements. I don't have any sprints tonight. Our next sprints are tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, so Tuesday, 8 p.m., every Tuesday and Thursday evening, and Saturday afternoons. Good morning, Elena. How you doing? You're great. Oh, good to hear. Did you have a good weekend? Oh, you betcha. And just finished reading The Teacher by Frida McFadden. Did you like it? Yay! Congratulations! Woo! Good job. All right. Shall we get cracking here? Let's jump into Cozy Mysteries. First up, Victoria Thompson has a new one in her historical mystery series. This is number 27. Good for her. This means she's been writing for 27 years. Or being published for 27 years. She's probably been writing her whole life. This is called Murder in Rose Hill, 27th in the Gaslight Mysteries. Sarah Malloy has just helped with the delivery of a bouncing baby girl at her women's clinic when she receives a visit from an engaging and determined young woman writing an article for New Century magazine. Louisa Rogers explains that she is researching the dangers of patent remedies. Sarah is only too happy to tell Louisa exactly what she thinks of the so-called medicines, whose ingredients include heavy doses of alcohol and other addictive drugs, and hurt much more than they help. A few days later, Sarah receives a visit from a bereft Bernard Rogers, who explains that his daughter Louisa has been found strangled in the lobby of the building where New Century has its offices. The police have decided it was a random attack and have made no attempt to investigate, hinting that Louisa got what she deserved for sticking her nose where it didn't belong. Sarah wants justice for the bright young woman, but as she and Frank delve deeper into Louisa's life, they find that nothing is quite as it seemed, and Louisa is not who she claimed to be. The Malloys must first solve the mystery of Louisa's life before they can figure out who wanted to see her dead. Laura Childs has a new one. This is number 29 in her series. Good for her. This is called High Tea and Misdemeanors. Theodosia Browning and her tea sommelier, Drayton Connolly, are tapped to cater the elegant wedding of Bettina and Jamie. Theodosia and Drayton are setting up when they hear a crash from the greenhouse. Shockingly, they discover that part of the roof has collapsed, trapping a bridesmaid and the groom. He will pull through, but the bridesmaid is no more. Theodosia is convinced it was murder. Includes delicious recipes and tea time tips. Sweet Lost and Found by J.A. Whiting, also 26th in her series. This person's series. I don't know if it's a her. I'm assuming. Sweet Lost and Found in the Sweet Cove Mysteries. A cozy mystery with recipes. It is early May in the pretty seaside town of Sweet Cove, Massachusetts. The Roseland sisters and Mr. Finch are sitting on the front porch enjoying the warm weather, but Angie and Mr. Finch have been feeling off all day and wonder what kind of a mystery is headed their way. They don't have to wait long to find out. Chief Martin arrives and asks for their help. A wealthy older couple in Silver Cove were robbed the night before of some important paintings, including one by Renoir and another by Pissarro. The heist seems to have been professionally planned and carried out by amateurs. There are plenty of suspects to confuse matters, so the Roseland sisters, Mr. Finch, Chief Martin, and two fine felines must get to the bottom of the artful mystery before some people lose their lives. Jean M. Dams has a new one. This is third in her new series, the Oak Park Village Mysteries. Murder of a Recluse. October 1926. Newly married Elizabeth Wilkins is ready for whatever life throws at her and her lawyer husband, Fred. So when Fred comes home anxious about his client, Carolyn Dobbs, Elizabeth can't help getting involved. Carolyn is suspected of murdering her elderly aunt Agatha at Agatha's farm on the outskirts of Oak Park, and was seen arguing with her on the day she died by neighbor and local gossip monger Mrs. Edwards, yet Fred seems convinced of Carolyn's innocence. Elizabeth joins the influential local 19th century women's club as she attempts to find out more about the reclusive Agatha Dobbs, and soon discovers astonishing secrets. Can she unravel the mystery in time to save Carolyn from a terrible fate? End of row 1. Good afternoon, Helen. How is it over there? Good morning, Kim. Did you have a good weekend? Kim, love Gene M. Dams. Haven't read this series. 3 are out. The Widow's Guide to Murder by Amanda Ashby. First in the Widow's Detective Club. It's nice to see senior citizens having a second career like this. There are tons now. 60 isn't elderly. 60-year-old widow Ginny Cole thought she'd used up her life quota of bad luck, so she's dismayed when her move to the quaint village of Little Shaw begins with finding the murdered body of rude and dislikable library manager Louisa Farnsworth. Has misfortune followed her cross-country? When suspicion falls on the daughter of her friend Hen because of a perfectly innocent threatening letter, Jenny's sure the police are letting the real killer walk free, and together with fellow widows J.M. Tuppence, she's determined to find the truth. Between following the trail of local gossip, digging up graveyards at midnight, and discovering dark secrets about the village's past, sleuthing seems simple enough. But when another body is found, Ginny starts to wonder, are they in over their heads? And when the widow's snooping puts Ginny too close for the killer's comfort, will her new life in Little Shaw end as dramatically as it began? Death at the Village Chess Club by Debbie Young, second in the Cotswold Curiosity Shop Mysteries. With her curiosity shop open for business, Alice Carroll is finally settling into life in the picturesque Cotswold village of Little Pride. But then her old life comes knocking. This is like the exact setup of the previous book. Alice's ex-boyfriend, Stephen, who dumped her to travel the world, has run out of money and asked Alice to sell off his collection of chess sets. Alice decides to host a tournament to showcase the boards, and her plan seems to be working. That is, until chess pieces begin to mysteriously disappear. And when a body is discovered outside the tournament, Alice realizes that the victim was a pawn in another, far more dangerous game. As the host of the event, Alice is eager to help the police investigate. She doesn't know why anyone would be interested in stealing random chess pieces, let alone willing to kill for them. But she's determined to find out. Can she solve the case before someone else gets hurt? Or will this be one gambit too far for Alice? Murder at the Lock by D. MacDonald, second in the Ally McKinley Mysteries. Kim says it was okay. Went to lunch yesterday with Charlene and some of her family, and someone paid for. Oh wow, no idea. A pay it forward thing. Oh how nice. No idea who it was. That is kind of amazing. Recent retiree Ally McKinley has stepped out with her puppy Flora for a walk by the lock in the tiny village of Lochcarron. Taking a break from running the coziest little guest house in the Highlands, but Ally's peace and quiet is sunk when she and Flora find the body of a mysterious woman floating in the water. Before she knows it, Ally finds herself wading into the middle of a new investigation. Who was the mystery woman and why was she killed? Her inquiries take her all over the village, from the corner shop and the nearby hotel to the turreted castle, home of local Earl Hamish Sinclair, where preparations are underway for his upcoming and much gossiped about wedding. The body in the lock soon has the rumor mills buzzing, but then Elena, the Earl's new bride, is also found poisoned to death the morning after her marriage. With 2 deaths to investigate, the police appear to suspect almost everyone in Lochcarron. I want to add an extra letter like Lochlarren. Even Allie herself, determined to uncover the truth. I didn't do it. I'm solving the crimes, which would be the perfect way to commit murders. Determined to uncover the truth and clear her name, Allie finds poison at the home of one of her suspects and thinks she might be on the right path to solving both murders. But with a killer on the loose in the Scottish Highlands, can Allie unravel the clues before the next person in a watery grave is her? I kind of hate that they always end it on a question. I get why they do it, but when you're reading it aloud, it's rather awkward. Murder with the Drizzle of Syrup by Christy T. Dixon, 5th in the Ivy Clark Mysteries. A dead college student, an angry mayor, and a feisty cat. Is Ivy in over her head? When a group of outspoken college students set up camp outside Muddy Creek, the mayor isn't pleased. But things take a deadly turn when one of the students is poisoned and the trail leads back to Ivy's diner. Ivy must race against the clock to uncover the truth and catch the actual killer. As if the murder case isn't enough, Ivy's growing feelings for Jet are making it hard to focus, and Deputy Leaford is determined to keep her away from any evidence. Will Ivy find the killer, or will her beloved diner be closed forever? End of row 2. We did have her disabled great-grandson with us. He had a little meltdown. I wonder if that prompted someone. That could be. They might have been in the same position and said, I'm going to help out. Stormy is reading Murder at the Lock. She sounds unsure of it. Oh. Good to get some feedback. Decals and Death by ACF Bookins. 3 initials. Ooh. I go by 2. 3, though. 6 in the Poe Baxter Books Mysteries. A rare signed edition of Midnight's Children should have been the highlight of Poe's trip to Mumbai, but when the auction house owner is murdered and the police point the finger at her, book collecting takes a deadly turn. With a cryptic code hidden in an old book of Marathi folk tales, Poe and her friends must unravel a mystery that spans centuries, but someone is willing to kill to keep the past buried. Can Poe crack the case before she becomes the next chapter in a deadly story? I hear intricate plots somewhat like that, and then I see that they're under 200 pages, and I just think, come on, author, you could have put more in there. Fill out the characters, put in an extra scene, give us more. Glory Days by Danielle Arsenault, 2nd in the Glory Broussard Mysteries. After her life was turned upside down by solving the murder of her best friend, Sister Amity Gay, all Glory Broussard wanted was a little peace and quiet. That included getting back to her Sunday morning routine as a bookie in a coffee shop and planning the annual Mardi Gras gala for her church. If you're looking for something seasonal, here's a Mardi Gras. But there's no rest for Glory once the woman who broke up her marriage walks into Cece's coffee house and asks for help finding her missing husband. It doesn't take long before Glory finds him with a knife impaled in his chest. No one knew the man and his dark side better than Glory Broussard, who would rather let the local authorities take the lead. But Glory's daughter, still reeling from problems of her own, insists on her involvement. Glory's search for the murderer takes her deep inside the seedy world of Louisiana casinos and racetracks, from their high roller VIP rooms with chatty dealers to stables filled with thoroughbred horses and shady dealings. As if solving a murder and sparring with a woman who had an affair with her ex-husband isn't enough, Glory has to get to the bottom of her daughter's secrets, and there are a few members of her church group who would love to see her fall in her Mardi Gras responsibilities. Walloped with one revelation after another, Glory's no-nonsense, tell-it-like-it-is attitude and strength is tested like never before. But it's going to take more than that to keep her down in this charming and gripping new novel in the blah, blah, blah. Again, if you're looking for a seasonal Mardi Gras type story, there you go. If you're looking for green on cover, it looks like this one is. Also seasonal. Whoop. And he says, I was in the washroom. Okay. Yesterday, did you watch the Oscars? All right. I saw that they were on last night. I did not. I finished my book. Charmed and Ghostly by Kendra Ash, second in the Very Grim Mysteries. When Moira Brennan vanishes during a romantic getaway at the historic Donnelly Castle, now transformed into a luxury resort by the Rest Easy Corporation, the Grimm brothers dispatch their newest investigator, Gypsy Rose, to solve the mystery. As more evidence surfaces, all signs point to a menacing serial killer wreaking havoc on the castle guests and the town of Donnelly. But something darker lurks within the castle walls, where local legends whisper of a decades-old murder the Donnelly family has tried desperately to conceal. With her sarcastic cat, Boo, by her side, Gypsy must navigate through a web of superstition, town gossip, suspicious characters, and the watchful eyes of Lena Graves, Donnelly's homicide detective. When Gypsy discovers disturbing clues that local police can't explain, she realizes this case goes far deeper than missing and dead tourists. Racing against time, she must uncover the truth before the darkness of Donnelly Castle claims another victim. But when everyone has something to hide, distinguishing friend from foe might be Gypsy's greatest challenge yet. Escape to Sri Lanka, if you're looking for a exotic location one. This is by Dawn Brooks. When senior nurse Gwen Subner steps off the Coral Queen cruise ship in Colombo, Sri Lanka, she's looking forward to catching up with her cousin. Instead, she walks into a nightmare. A man lies dead on her cousin's floor. He's been killed execution style, and now they're both in danger. Unable to trust the local police and with killers on their trail, Gwen calls in her friend Dr. Graham Bentley. With his help, they flee to the city of Kandy. After leaving Tiffany with Graham's old friend, Gwen and Graham return to Colombo on a mission to expose the truth. With a deadly drug operation on Colombo's National Hospital and corruption going to the very top, time is running out. In a web of lies, who can they trust? While determined to keep each other safe, Gwen and Graham are forced to address their growing feelings for each other when each has good reason not to. There you go. A touch of romance with our exotic location and murder. End of that row. The Case of the Elusive Bombay Duck. Again, another exotic. Vish Puri Mystery Book Number 6 by Tarquin Hall. When Vish Puri, India's most private detective, learns he's won the long-coveted International Detective of the Year award. How do you have a competition as a detective? It's supposed to be a secret, but within hours it seems all of Delhi knows, and his indomitable Mummy G announces she'll be coming with him to the ceremony in London, never mind that she's not been invited. To add to his woes, a senior government bureaucrat gives him an undercover mission he can't refuse. Fury is tasked with tracking down India's most wanted fugitive, a billionaire pharmaceutical fraudster codenamed Bombay Duck, who's rumored to be hiding in the British capital. Fury's only spending a week in London, and he's already promised his wife he won't work during their once-in-a-lifetime trip. In desperation, he enlists the help of his reluctant nephew, Jags, and dives headfirst into the case. But can Fury hook the Bombay Duck and bring him to justice, all the while keeping his investigation secret from his wife and meddling mother? This dude's got problems. From Weir to Eternity by Lily Harper Hart. 10th in A Witch on the Rocks Mysteries. St. Pete Beach is getting weird. Between warlocks, shark shifters, and wolf packs going to war, Hallie Wavery and Grey Hunter have their hands full. Things get even worse when shifters with ties to Grey's pack start attacking people on the beach. What's even weirder is that when the duo step in during a frothing melee, the shifters drop dead before they can be questioned. How is that even happening? Hallie has her suspicions, and they revolve around Marmaduke Epson, the warlock who escaped punishment only weeks before. She's convinced he's close and plotting against them. Finding him is easier said than done, however. Hallie is determined to track down Marmaduke and cut him off at the knees before he can cause more trouble. Unfortunately for her, the closer she gets, the weirder the mystery becomes. It seems Marmaduke isn't the only powerful enemy in the area, and this new enemy means business. Hallie's frustration with shifter politics is about to spill over. Marmaduke's ties to Gray's pack mean trouble for everyone involved. It seems death is coming to St. Pete Beach. Just who will survive the ultimate fight, and what will the collateral damage look like? It won't be pretty. Home-baked bribery. This is our last one, probably. By Gina Holder, second in the Addie Masters Mysteries. The annual Rockport Bake Sale and competition is underway. The stakes are higher than ever for the coveted Golden Whisk Award when a high-profile celebrity chef is brought in as a surprise guest judge. The competition takes a deadly turn when the celebrity suffers an allergic reaction. When Addie's nemesis, Kennedy Graves, is banned from the competition for using almond extract, Addie volunteers to prove Kennedy innocent. As Addie investigates the death, she learns each of the local bakers had a motive to dislike the celebrity, but did one of them kill him? Meanwhile, 100-year-old twins Poppy and Marigold keep Addie hopping, looking for their missing dogs. Will Addie be able to uncover the truth behind the celebrity judge's death, or will she become the next victim of the mysterious shenanigans going on in Rockport? All right, everybody remember where we parked. We've got a bunch more to do. Might have to have an extra day already. Alrighty, so tomorrow we will be doing crime fiction and thrillers. There is one I have purchased that I'm very much looking forward to. That is probably my next read. I should continue with Night and Day, my scavenger hunt book, and then have that one tomorrow by Tess Gerritsen. Alrighty. Kim and Elena said hello. Kim says, have a great day. You too. Hope you have a good Monday. It is on Sarah's channel tonight. All right. Thanks for sharing that. All righty. Yeah. Gio says it's time to go. All righty. Thank you guys so much. Our next sprints are tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Hope to see you. Bring a friend if you want to. We love to grow. And hope you have a good Monday. Be safe. Read good books. And as the banner says, the wrong thing. There is, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Nom nom. Have a good day and God bless. Yes.